Hello everyone. So today I'll be showing you some tricks in Midjourney where you can create like almost 99% realistic images. And these images would be such that I'm pretty sure you won't be able to tell the difference whether they are real or not. So this is something I found out while using Midjourney for a couple of days now. And the trick is not actually in text prompts. And I'll show you how. But before that, let me show you something. So I'll generate an image, but I'll just use the text prompts. So this is going to be a selfie POV of a stunning Greek woman with the face of Ana de Armas and Emilia Clarke. Always put 2 or 3 names so they get merged. Never use one name, otherwise there is a chance that the output is too similar to Ana de Armas or Emilia Clarke, and we do not want that. We want to create our own original faces. That is why. And taking a selfie, dark brown hair, hourglass body, and any kind of body type generally helps to define the body structure. Otherwise, I've seen Midjourney tends to has a certain affinity towards a certain body type. Wearing black mini dress with small white patterned print, posing for a photo while sitting on the edge of a boat in Monaco, looking at iPhone camera. So this is the whole prompt. This should be somewhat related to water, boats, stuff like that, and I am imagining something in a sunny environment, and this would be a selfie. So let's generate this, and I'll show you what I'm talking about the realism, because this would be quite real but not as much as we want. So our images are ready, and you can see that these look pretty realistic. Like, these are not at all bad, but the only thing is there is a certain plasticky type face, you see? Like, the skin tones are too even. I think this is 90% there, but there is a way we can improve it. So how we can do it is, let's take any of the 4 selfies. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. You can see all of these are low quality images and of different person. 2 of them are same, but that doesn't matter. And try to take the selfies which have different features. So this can be their lips, this can be their eyes. The reason we are taking at least like 3 or 4 reference images, because we do not want Midjourney to tend towards a particular face. Now you will see, if I give the same prompt, till here you can see stylize 50, it is same. Then you have to put sref, which is style references, and put all the 4 links here. You can see the 4 links are provided here, and I'll generate. Now what will happen is that, because 4 of these images are so different and of different people, and this is not even in the similar setting, like this is not controlnet that we used to do in Stable Diffusion. So none of these have boards or things like that, but it would try to pick up something which is already present, like the skin details, structure, stuff like that. And I'll show you. So we'll open this one in a tab. And this. Now here, I just want to show you something. Look at the skin. Look at this skin. This is directly exposed to sun, right? And look at this skin. The pores, the way the shine is there on the skin, everything looks so natural. You can even see that the kind of freckles is not looking somewhat unnatural. and these are the faces. Everything looks so natural here, whereas this has that plastic filter kind of effect. So this is how we can improve. You can see other things are same, like yeah, polka dots, this has the dots pattern, this also has dot patterns, this one does not. 1 out of 4 image did not have that pattern, but still the way the sunlight falls on the skin and these like the reddishness, everything looks so natural. Another interesting thing you would see is that all the images that we took here, right? So this had those shines, this had shines which is not direct to the sun, this is a kind of selfie, also this is there. If you see all of this, none of them look like similar to any one of them. You can, if you look very closely, you can get an idea that somewhat this part looks like Ana de Armas, but then again if you see the lips, this is more towards her. So you will never recreate, like even if you use one image, you would not exactly recreate the same face, but it is still better if you use 3 or 4 other images, because firstly it can get the skin details. Like this is not in direct sunlight, this image is not in direct sunlight, so it would get the idea how we can create that. And according to that, let's generate another image so I can show you that this actually works. Again, if you see, the freckles look so natural, it does not look like spray painted. And same goes for these. The faces and everything. You can see this face and this face is completely different, but they still do have some similar features. Now, another interesting thing is that you do not need to put, like, let me show you one thing. Now, if I just make it a woman and wearing a black mini dress, let's make it red crop top, and then see, because it is not actually taking the references of clothes from those images, because the reference images are already quite different among themselves. So what I understood is that it kind of relates to similar patterns in all the reference images and tries to take that rather than heavily follow like one reference image. This is completely different from how we use controlnet or even IP adapter for that sense in SDXL. So this is something where Midjourney is amazing. Here again you can see we have those patterns on the top. Now these can be slightly different, this is not exactly dots, but still you'll get something pretty similar. And if you look closely, this image is distorted because in any pose, like the leg cannot be at that side, but the other 3 images came out pretty good. So that is one thing. This had some distorted hands, but this one looks good. So this is a way how you can like try to recreate some things as well. Now you can try to reduce the number of let's take this complete prompt, and what I would do is that let's close these ones. I'll keep this. Let's remove the third one. So this is the third one. You can obviously take any reference you want, and I'll generate again.
Excalibur.
So these look pretty good. I'll show you. Yeah, these kinda look pretty good. And even here you can see, like, obviously in logical terms this does not make sense because she's already taking the selfie from one hand, her other hand has the phone, but you won't see much distortion. Like, you can see the camera here, this is not exactly iPhone, but still, like, the fingers are not distorted here and everything looks good. Same goes for this. Now this particular image looks stunning. This particular image looks stunning. So I'll show you by upscaling this also. Now another thing is that there are two ways to upscale. This is just to separate out the image. One is upscale creative, the another is upscale subtle. I have particularly found out that in these kind of images, upscale subtle works better. Creative although fixes face, but it has a tendency to make images more, let's say, like that spray painted and plastic kind of effect, which doesn't seem very natural. But yeah, let's see. So we are upscaling both creative and subtle. So this one is the creative one. I'll open this one. This is the creative, right? And you see, this is what I'm talking about. It is fixed, but the skin somehow, face looks way more like toned out than her body. And when you see the subtle one still has those freckles and you know, those slight imperfections. You see, this seems pretty perfect, but too perfect to find it like real. This has that another effect. So you can choose whatever you like. I personally find that subtle is way better. And this is the creative one. So yeah, this is how you can create realistic images. And yeah, thank you.